There's always that one name, the one that still makes you pause when someone mentions them. The one whose memory still sneaks into your mind when a certain song plays, or when life feels quiet enough to remember. You tell yourself you're over it, you've moved on, but somewhere deep inside, there's still this soft, unfinished story, the one that never got its ending. And sometimes you wonder, were they the one that got away, or just the one you were meant to outgrow? Section 2, the illusion of what could have been. It's strange how memory works. We rarely remember things as they were. We remember them as we felt them. That's why the one that got away often feels larger than life, because in your mind, you're not remembering the real person. You're remembering the possibility they represented. You're remembering the comfort, the chemistry, the moments that made you feel alive again. But maybe you've forgotten the distance, the uncertainty, the way it always felt like you were reaching for someone who never fully reached back. Sometimes the hardest truth to accept is this: they didn't get away. They left when they were meant to, not as punishment, but as protection. Section 3, why our mind holds on. Psychologists say we tend to idealize unfinished relationships. When something ends abruptly or without closure, our mind fills in the blanks. It turns confusion into perfection, pain into nostalgia. That's why you might find yourself saying, "No one ever made me feel like they did," because your mind froze that moment in time, before the flaws showed, before reality set in. It's not that they were the only one who could make you happy. It's that they left before you ever saw them fully. You fell in love with potential, not permanence. Section 4, the truth about the one. We love to believe there's one person made just for us. It's romantic, it's cinematic, but in reality, love isn't a single road with one destination. It's a journey with many intersections. There isn't only one. There are many people we could love deeply if both souls are ready at the same time. So maybe they weren't the one that got away. Maybe they were the one who helped you see what love could be, so that when the real thing comes, you'll recognize it instantly. Sometimes we confuse emotional intensity with destiny. We think the person who made us feel the most must have been meant to stay, but that's not always true. Some people enter our lives not to complete us, but to awaken us. They arrive to show us our own depth, our capacity, our longing. And once we've seen that part of ourselves, their purpose is complete. Section 5, accepting the unfinished. It's hard to accept something that never got closure, because your heart still wants to believe there's something left to fix, something left to finish. But healing doesn't always come from answers. Sometimes it comes from acceptance. Maybe you'll never know why it ended. Maybe you'll never get the apology you deserved. Maybe you'll never understand why the timing was off. But what if that's okay? What if not knowing is the closure? Because every time you revisit the past, hoping to rewrite it, you keep yourself stuck in a story that's already finished. Let it be what it was, a chapter that shaped you, but not the whole book. Section 6, the reframe, letting them go with peace. Maybe they weren't the one that got away. Maybe they were the one that taught you how to stay with yourself. They taught you how deeply you could love, how much you were willing to give, how strong you could be when things fell apart. And now that knowledge is yours forever. It doesn't disappear with them. It becomes part of you. So instead of asking, what if they were the one? What did they awaken in me that I didn't see before? Because love isn't about finding someone who never leaves. It's about finding someone whose presence matches your peace. The one that got away wasn't the one. They were the lesson that prepared you for the one who won't. Section 7, faith and finale. One day, you'll look back and realize you didn't lose anything. You were redirected. You'll meet someone who doesn't make you question, chase, or wonder. Someone who feels like calm, not chaos. Someone who reminds you why every goodbye had to happen first. And in that moment, you'll finally understand. The one that got away didn't get away at all. They just made space for what was always meant to stay. So let them go. Bless them for what they taught you, and move forward with gratitude, not grief, because when love finally arrives again, you'll recognize it by one simple thing. It won't feel like something you have to hold on to. It'll feel like something that's holding you. The one that got away was never the one meant to stay. Subscribe, like, share.